Hello everybody and welcome on my channel for a new video about teaching. Well, as you may know, school started again 2 weeks ago here in Belgium, and it has been 2 weeks that I've been teaching, of course, and I think it's time for me to think about the experience so far and what I want to improve this school year. So first of all, I should tell you that I wanted to vlog my start of the new school year. I planned to do it, but I couldn't do it because there are many things that change in my school this school year, as I have told you in my previous vlog, and also I wasn't that prepared to vlog. For example, I don't know when is the best time to do it so far, so I have to kind of get into it and focus a little more on my schedule perhaps and find periods of time where I can do this. And Sunday evening is a good time to vlog and to reflect on my week. So yeah, I wanted to vlog day to day. This wasn't possible, so I thought, why not do a video about reflecting about my first 2 weeks of school. I thought about it, and actually I did all of this in my head. I wrote a few notes, and I thought, this isn't what I want to talk about, not about the first 2 weeks of school. I want to talk about the things I want to improve this school year. So I guess this video is kind of good resolutions for the new school year. Let's go. First resolution is be positive and stay positive no matter what. I think I'm a kind of a positive person most of the times. I can see the lightning and the light and whatever. So yeah, but I think this school year we really need positive people in my school because of all the changes. And so far I'm thinking about some of my colleagues who are really negative about these new experiments we have in my school. And I'm like, why complain? It's only the first week, it's only the second week. Okay, things are not going that well. There is a big room for improvement, but I really think that if we are there like, this isn't working, and this isn't working, then what? So like, be positive. You can be critical, of course. I think it's really important, and it's also really important to point the negative points and say, this isn't working because blah 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 blah, and I think we should do this to improve. And if you don't have any ideas for improvement, then perhaps ask for help. And yeah, so let's stay positive. And I think being critical is okay, but ask for help, or I don't know. I think that's something I'm going to try to be these next few weeks and say, okay, I think we need to improve this. I don't know how. Perhaps you should think about it as a team, and let's see what we can do for the benefits of the students. Also, something that happened to me on the first day of school, I saw a student that I had last year in the queue, because we go on the playground and we fetch the students and they are in the queue. So I saw a student that I had last year and I was like, oh my God, it was a total panic mode, which is something unusual for me. That's something I'm not used to. Most of the times, like I said, I'm kind of positive. But I was in total panic mode on the 4th of September, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with that student? Last year wasn't good at all between him and I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want him in my classroom, and I don't want to teach him, and it's going to be a nightmare. And this lasted for about 2 minutes. Of course, it was something internal. I don't think my colleagues could see it, but I talked a little bit with one colleague and said, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I was like, we are going to do it anyway. We are going to teach him. So yeah. And This means so far it has been 2 weeks with this student in my classroom, and it's okay. I survive. So I don't see why panicking was my first reaction, because if I had stayed positive from the beginning, and if I had been thinking something like, okay, last year was last year, this is a new beginning, this is going to be perhaps different, if I want it to be different, I think I would have been less stressed and perhaps a little more friendly with him at the beginning of the school year. So yeah, this is why I have this resolution. Stay positive, be positive as much as possible. Resolution number 2 for me is plan ahead. Obviously, guys, this is a nightmare for me. Last year and the year before that and the year before that and the year before that, I had good excuses for not planning as much as I used to do before, because I was studying at the same time as teaching and had no time, really no free time at all. So I was exhausted all the time, and I was in survival mode during my lesson planning. I had a lot of improvisations during my lessons these last 4 years. I want this to change, because obviously this is a cause of stress. If you are not prepared enough as a teacher, I think you are not going to last long. So yeah, I want to change that, because this last week I just took my lesson planning from the previous years and I didn't even read it. This is a bad idea. So what happens is that I made mistakes in one classroom. I did 1 or 2 activities before explaining something, and it was gibberish for the students. So yeah, I have a lesson planning done. I did my lesson planning last year, and doesn't mean that I have to take the same exact lesson planning without changing things a little bit, or read the lesson planning. So that is obviously one of my resolutions. Third resolution, take the time to reflect about how I teach and what I teach, and how I can improve, how I can help the students a little more in the class. Because most of the times I teach the lessons twice for 2 different groups, and I don't take the time to think about it the first time and say, okay, this I need to change and this I need to improve. And obviously I made the same mistake all the time, all over again, and that's the definition of insanity, I think. So yeah, this school year I really want to take the time every week to stop and think about what I did this week that was good, that was bad, that I need to improve in my class. And yeah, I think also this YouTube channel can help me with that. I think I'm going to plan a video every Friday night where I reflect and I think about what I did this week. Obviously, you are not going to see this video on Friday night because it's going to take a long time to upload, because my connection is really slow here. But well, you should see a video every Saturday morning. And fourth resolution, I think. Yeah, it's the fourth one. I want to tweak things a little bit every week or once in a while in my lessons planning, because I don't try new things that much, or I wait a little too much. I think I'm like, I'm not sure this school year, perhaps I should wait next school year. And I think any time is a good time to start and change things. So yeah, I would like to try a new activity perhaps every week, but in different classrooms, not always for the same lessons, for the same students, and see at the end what I liked, what I didn't like. And yeah, I started doing this week actually, not yesterday, 2 days ago on Friday, because I have 2 groups And these two groups, they have an extra hour English with me. I'm not their main teacher for English. They have another teacher for English. But last year, their teachers decided that they needed an extra help. So that's why they have an extra period of English, and that's with me. And I would like to prove to them that English is fun, or can be fun, and that they can learn, and then that they can be good at English, even if they have some difficulties or some problems. So yeah, I try a new activity with them to show them that we can have fun together. And this activity was, perhaps you know it, I'm sure it's really famous. It's an M&M's icebreaker. So I did it for the level. I bought some M&M's, asked them the colors of the M&M's, and each color for an M&M's has a topic. And they had, so I told them, after repeating the different colors, I told them, take as many M&M's as you want, but you can't eat them. They were like, what do we do then with the M&M's if we cannot eat them? They wait. And then I told them, okay, red is this topic, for example, hobbies. Green is for holidays. Brown, you can choose any topics you want. Orange is for music, and so on and so on and so on. And they had to make one sentence for each M&M's they had. And all of the students did it, actually. The first group I did this activity with really enjoyed it. But it was a small group. There were only 9 students, I think. They really enjoyed it. So it was really fun. And the second part of the activity, I asked them to write questions about each topics. And so after that, we sat in a circle. They took one M&M's, and according to the color, they had to ask one question to their partner. And if the question was right, was without any mistakes, then they could eat the M&M's. And my plan with that was to see again how to ask questions in English, because the structure is a little different from French, obviously. I hadn't the time yet to really dive into the grammar part, but the exercise part was really, really exciting for them. And I think they really like it. They enjoyed that period with me, so it was okay. So that's what I mean by trying new things. This was a new activity that I hadn't tried before, and I want to try to do that perhaps every week, or perhaps every 2 weeks. We'll see. So these are my 4 resolutions, guys, for this school year. I hope it was clear for you, because as usual, I didn't prepare my video that much. I just wrote the 4 resolutions in my bullet journal, and that's it. So I really hope this was clear for you. If not, don't hesitate to ask me any questions in the comments below or on Instagram. You can follow me, by the way, on Instagram or on Tumblr. And yeah, don't hesitate to comment and subscribe to my channel if you like this video. And I will see you next Friday, obviously, because I will reflect on my week. Bye-bye!